It's time for another crochet gadget review with Little John's Yarn and me, Jayda InStitches.
Today I have one of my favorite crochet designers, Jayda InStitches, to help me during this gadget review. And today we're going to be looking at 3 crochet gadgets. The first one is a machine that helps crocheters who wish they can knit. The second one is a gigundous crochet hook. And last but not least, we're going to be looking at a lit crochet hook to help you see in dimly lit situations. So I'm not going to chit chat anymore. Let's hop right into this review.
Number 1.
First, we're going to look at the AliExpress knitting machine. You can find this on Amazon or their website. Right now it's going for about 215 bucks. I'll leave that link down below. But don't worry, there is a cheaper alternative. It's called the Sinintro. I'll also link that down below. I believe that's going for around $59 and it's very comparable. But I just want to introduce you to a circular knitting machine. Like I said, if you're a crocheter like myself and always wish to learn how to knit, this machine is for you. I have made so many knit items on this. I'll leave some pictures over here of some of the items that I've made on this machine. So, if you've ever seen a knitting loom that has pegs, this is like a knitting loom on speed. So what you do, you attach your yarn here and all you have to do is crank. And it makes beautiful knit patterns. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I made with it right now. Actually, what I'm wearing, I've made using this machine right here. All this is a knit flat panel. Let me show you what it looks like when you create a flat panel. This is all it is, and you don't need any knitting skills. So let me take this down to the table so you can see this a little bit closer in action. The AliExpress have 2 versions. Right here is the 22 needle one, and this is the 46 needle. What the 22 needle does, you're able to make smaller items like premature baby hats. You can make headbands like this here, and you can also make fingerless gloves. There are so many things that you can make with this in no time. So let me show you the big one up close because they're both basically the same. On Amazon, this is going for about $100 right now, but there is a cheaper alternative. It is called the Singer Toy Knitter. You can find that in your big box store or on Amazon, going for about $20. So let me show you this one up close. This machine is pretty awesome. You can make a crochet hat. You can make pretty much anything with this knit panel maker. So you can't do any intricate sticks with this. It's just a regular flat panel, nothing complicated. But as you can see, it just hooks around, has little hooks, and you loop it around like you would a regular knitting loom. But what's great about it, all you have to do is hold on and crank. It also has a switch where you can make back and forth knit paddles. Like I said, for this, you would make a hat, but you can also open it up. It has the little counter so you can keep track of your rows. And this one doesn't drop too many stitches. I definitely recommend it. So I'm going to take this back up to the table and give you my final review. Okay guys, you got to see the AliExpress in action. I have been able to make so many things with this little machine. I have made sweaters, I have made hats, I have made baby outfits, so many things. There's so many endless possibilities, and not knowing how to knit at all. So you're probably ready for my final review. Before I give you a review, you probably want to see what the knit panel looks like up close. So this is one of the finished knit panels, front and back. You cannot do any complicated stitches with this, but you are able to do drop stitches and make braid patterns with it, such as this right here. This is an older one that's been washed. But I'm ready to give you my final review on the AliExpress knitting machine. On a scale of 1 to 5 balls of yarn, I'm going to give this 5 balls of yarn.
Number 2. Today, I'm going to be reviewing this super gigantic solid wooden crochet hook. I picked this up at Michael's a while ago. It's a size 35 millimeter, also known as a 70 in the US, and it's pretty heavy. It's half a pound. I actually weighed it, and it feels really nice. I originally picked it up because I thought it was so pretty it might make neat decor in the craft room. But I'm going to give it a try today and see how well it crochets. I noticed there's a little bit of a rough burr spot in here where the hook is, which might be fine if I just take a little sandpaper to it, but the rest of it is nice and smooth, and it's an inline, which I like, and the top is not pointy, so it shouldn't split my yarn. I do have a gigantic ball of jumbo yarn, so let's pull that out and give it a try. So in order to get the real sizing of that hook, you kind of have to push the loops back. Oops, you have to push the loops back up on it. But after a little bit, that doesn't really feel that cumbersome. And this neck part is actually pretty smooth. I hold my yarn in a slightly different way than a lot of people, but I don't think that really affects the wrapping or the grabbing of the stitches. And it's actually pretty comfortable to hold in my hand. It feels nice, and I have arthritis, so being able to grip a gigantic hook is kind of a relief. My final review on this super gigantic wooden hook is a full 5 out of 5 balls of yarn. Aesthetically speaking, it's adorable, it's really pretty, and it's going to have a place of pride in the craft room. And after a short learning curve, I didn't find it that difficult to work with. This wasn't as grabby as I thought it would, and if it did get a little grabby over time, I could just give it a little bit of sandpaper and that would smooth it right off. It's fun to work with, it's really quirky, and if you were going to make yourself like a big scarf or something using that super jumbo yarn, you'd have it done in no time. So definitely 5 out of 5. Number 3.
Last, we're going to look at the Crochet Light. You can find this little gadget on Amazon. It's going for $8.81 in the US. So let me show you what this looks like right here. As you can see, these are very popular. Many of you asked me to review this. All you have to do is turn on the light. So I'm not going to chit chat. I'm going to take this down to the table so you can see this up close and in action and see if it works. Let's turn on our crochet hook. The head of this, it most resembles a boy crochet hook. So if you enjoy a boy crochet hook, this is for you. Personally, I enjoy the Susan Bates inline crochet hook. They seem to grab the yarn a lot better. So let's work with this hook and see how it grabs the yarn. It does have a short shaft, so if you don't like a short shaft, you will not like this one. All right, let me work this last stitch. All right, I'm having no problems with this crochet hook. I'm going to give it a better test and test this in the dark and see if it works. Let's see how well this does in a completely dark room. So let's turn on the light. Oh, look at that, it's so bright. So I'm having no problems finding my stitches. All right, now I'm ready to bring this up for a final review. I'm ready to give this crochet hook my final review. When working with this crochet hook, I did notice I did develop a little light blindness. You ever look at the sun too long, then you go back to something and everything seems black? The light is very bright. So I'm going to subtract a point for that, but if you're in dimly lit areas, it is nice. So on a scale of 1 to 5 balls of yarn, I'm going to give the Crochet Light 3 balls of yarn. I wanted to say thank you so much to Jayda InStitches for helping me out with this crochet gadget review. And guys, make sure you check out her channel and subscribe. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'll leave all the links to all my other crochet gadget reviews. And I'll see you all on the very next video.